So let's just introduce you. So Jose, last name?
Ruiz, R-U-I-Z. People
Got
tend
it.
to
Jose Ruiz. What's your age?
21.
21 years old.
21. Yeah. Usually they say I'm 25. I look 25.
You look 25?
Yeah.
No, you look 21. You look 19. So Jose, 21? You didn't
like 35 or something.
as a successful entrepreneur, you would think.
Probably,
So, Jose, you 21 years old. Usually at 21, other young men, sorry, not a kid, other young men are too busy drinking, going out,
Correct.
partying.
Correct.
But you've decided to take a different path early.
Correct.
Entrepreneurship,
Correct.
business.
Yes.
What industry are you in?
Well, I'm currently in the water industry.
Water industry.
Correct. The water
so
industry.
Water essential.
Correct.
Why water?
So just the fact that water was just essential for my community in this way. So in this case, we provide a plastic-free, in this case,
Okay.
aluminum look, premium look. I knew automatically that my community, there was a great market for water,
Okay.
a great market to spread a message.
Okay. But I
Yeah.
mean, there's big players already in water. You got the Sun, you got Fiji, you got Smart Water.
Correct.
You're going against some big hitters.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very, very complex, definitely. In any market, it could be protein, it could be energy drinks,
Space.
gym space. There's always competition in everything. What separates from Ueva in this case is just the community engagement I was trying to create. Something that actually created an impact behind just profiting my pockets. Every other company out there, they show up and disappear. My whole mission, my whole goal is definitely to create that influence that there's a young entrepreneur that actually making the impact in LA through a water bottle.
The company is called
Ueva. Yeah, so Ueva, in
and
this case,
we have two different designs because he actually, a funny story, he actually helped us design our own water.
correct.
We wanted to offer our members a premium aluminum look. And that's exactly what we specialize in. And which funny story, I'll let you tell the story in regards to you redesigning your look.
Yeah.
But we won't get there just yet. So I always like to take it to the beginning, the origin. When did you decide that you wanted to pursue business?
Since a very young age.
You remember exactly? Give me
Oh,
the age.
exactly. Probably 9 years old.
9 years old, okay.
Yeah, definitely. I would start. My father would take me to these convention centers, seminars, business seminars, and my first focus was just to listen to that kind of information,
Okay.
and that kind of information just made me fall in love with business in this thing.
So your dad was taking you to conventions, to seminars.
Correct.
What was your dad in?
So he was learning how to manage a different lifestyle, making sure that he didn't stay stuck into that 9 to 5. So he took that kind of mentorship to shape his life differently.
Wait a minute. So he had a 9 to 5.
Correct.
But he was investing into attending these conventions, these seminars,
Correct.
to better his skill set, his understanding, and then he would take you along.
Correct. Definitely.
Oh, okay.
So it was definitely like a tour for me all the time.
Field trip.
Field trip.
It's not taking you to the zoo. He was taking you to
These
conventions, and
yeah,
seminars.
from all ages, 18 to 21, 65. And then I got the idea of, these people will stay for hours. These people will stay for long periods of time, probably with no energy. And then idea sparked in my mind. Let me sell some Starbucks. Cold brew Starbucks in glass in the 16s 12 pack, I believe.
Yeah.
And just started to sell them freshly cold to them. And that's how my business inspired to be like being a salesman in this industry.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So there were these all-day conventions.
Correct.
And in these conventions, you have panels.
Correct.
Back-to-back panels of
Correct.
guest speakers.
Long periods of time.
Right. Hour to hour per panel, and they're continuous, right?
Correct.
People need to pay attention, take notes, be locked in, and you're like, I'm here. All these people are yawning. Let me fix that problem and let me supply them with coffee, but not for free. I'm gonna sell it to them.
Of course. So I first started with vanilla in this case, and then slowly people were asking, "Oh, you have gingerbread? Do you have mocha? And I slowly started to introducing that.
Full menu.
I first started with 12 coffees, and then I bought a bigger bag to fit 24 coffees, and then slowly but surely I was making within a week $200 back then.
That's-
So
At 9, 10 years old.
at 9, 10 years old, and you know it was, and from there the rest is history.
That's a beautiful story. I can relate a lot because when my first entrepreneurship story, some of you guys may know, my dad owned a jewelry store in HP in La Pacific,
Okay.
and I same thing. I saw people walking in, and I'm like, these people are buying jewelry. I could sell them. I can target them. I can make them an offer. And so
Correct.
I went in. I went into business with my dad. I borrowed $10. I bought a box of mazapanes, and then I started selling mazapanes on the door. So you saw a problem, you wanted to fix it, you added a small margin at the
Correct.
top of it,
Correct.
and it started growing with the menu, the items, and you were going to these conventions, not only acquire knowledge, but you came out at a profit because you were making money. What did your dad think about that?
Well, at first he was like, "Aren't you shy?" Yeah, if people think about it, there's a 9-year-old, probably 4'11", 5 foot, approaching these older people, you know,
Right.
with the idea of it suited up, you know, and just a small child trying to sell coffee to these people.
But you probably exploded that because I remember, as for me, like you see a cute kid and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's it. If these people are there to inspire to pursue perhaps an entrepreneurship
Correct.
lifestyle and a journey, right?
Correct.
If I see a young hustler, then I'm more enticed to support.
Yeah, correct. I mean, that's the perspective of a buyer,
Yeah.
but perspective of a parent, it's always the nerves. It's always a what if.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
The what if. So
Okay.
it was that kind of mindset my
I
father.
wouldn't shut it off.
Oh no! Until this day, I'm not shy at all. You know, I walk in and I leave until I get my yes all the time.
Wait, say that again?
So anywhere I go, I walk in and I leave until I get my yes at the end of the day.
You get your yes, or
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
an appointment for a yes.
Correct. Definitely.
I love that. So 9 years old, you're already making some money moves. Take me back schooling. Did you go to business school or did you graduate? Give me a little bit more of the formal education.
Well, let's go fast forward high school. I definitely still had the influence, still had the idea. But if I'm being honest, it started to fade away because I stopped going to convention centers. There wasn't no more time. So I started to like focus on maybe going to law enforcement, I said.
Okay.
But something happened maybe on a random Tuesday, can't recall exact day. I was in bed and I looked up the ceiling and I'm like, what am I doing? I used to be a hustler. I used to be this influential person that actually
Movido.
exactly loved to sell, and now I'm doing something else. I couldn't accept it, and I automatically started putting my time and effort on making a future company.
Okay.
And until this day, it made it possible. So fast forward until like 12th grade, I started going to these mini convention centers, seminars, and I started to gain the idea. Many people were saying, you need a business plan. Who are you going to sell it to? This and that. But I'm like, the nature of entrepreneurship, there are no rules.
Figure it the fuck out.
Correct. There are no rules. You know, I'm not based off a paper. I'm not based off a what if.
Right.
I'm based off, I'll pull the trigger.
What we do.
I'll pull the trigger,
Trigger.
and we go from there.
I love that. And you're right. It's everything's. People have a million ideas
Right.
every single day.
Correct.
They're worthless because without the action behind it, it doesn't become a reality.
Correct.
And that's where I formulated the saying: the universe is not reward potential, it rewards action. So you must take relentless, imperfect action. And that's what I tell people every single day, because without the action behind it, it stays an idea. So you got the idea. Was water just your first initial idea, or did you pivot with something else? Because typically, maybe you think of a thing or two, you fail, you pivot, and then it kind of just starts coming together.
Right.
Was it la primera?
Well, I actually have many ideas at
Okay.
first. I'm a lunatic for ice cream.
Ice cream.
I was going to launch an ice cream brand instead. I'm like a Dipping Dots form.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, because I love Dipping Dots. Like it's a #1 ice cream in my case. So
The texture, the bite, the process
Correct.
of it. Okay.
correct. So my
The math sciences behind the dots.
favorite flavor cotton candy. So yeah, the idea was first ice cream, but then I started realizing the costs, the expenses, not very likely, and then I switched to like energy drinks or like probably a carbonated drink that was actually tasty and it could be enjoyed either for gym goers or just daily basis use.
Okay.
And then I said, you know what, water, very universal,
Right.
gym, premium restaurants, premium locations, anyone can consume it, and that's what I went with. And from there, I started to get the mentorship, proper mentorship, self-taught by myself. I try to seek more professional help.
Yeah.
Useless, I would say, because I have this saying, if the idea, there's a reason for someone else, for your idea to make sense. Your own idea has to make sense for yourself, for nobody else. That's why it was very hard for anybody else to understand my own ideas going on.
Interesting. I like that, and it is true.
Correct.
If you could rewind the clock, if you could remember your first pitch of the idea, pitch me right now. If you were, when did you start Nueva?
I would say under a year.
A year ago.
Yeah, after saving certain capital.
I want to get into the capital, I want the whole process, but so you started Nueva. So right now we're in 2026, March.
Correct.
You know these. You're almost exact.
I would say July, August,
2025.
late August, I would say, or yeah, July or August, around there.
So that means that we were probably one of your first accounts then.
Around there. Yeah,
I mean,
correct.
the first 10, let's say.
Yeah, let's say.
Well, because when did we meet?
I would say last
Late
year,
last year.
November.
Because we already put the order, we already got our waters,
Correct.
give or take 60 to 90 days. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
for sure it was Q3, Q4, 2025.
Definitely, yeah, around that
So
time
we
period.
were, okay, all right. So you just started the company. The name. Give me a little bit of the backstory of the name, Juela.
Well, I'm religious in a way.
Okay.
So I was trying to find a name very inspirational,
Okay.
and at the end of the day, I just ended up with Yueva. Just the fact that it had for me, it had a personal meaning. Like, what comes to you? In Spanish, it means rain or raining. So maybe something can rain on top of me, or something.
All the blessings.
Something
and
random,
success,
you know.
just- I wanna be-
Exactly. So Llueva,
Okay.
que llueva, you know, que llueva. So it was something very. I stressed about it actually. I minimum. I was speaking to someone. I took around 3 months
Okay.
just to
Get the name.
Figure
It's
the name,
important.
yeah.
The name is very important for those that are starting their own companies that are wanting to get and launching a product. The name has to be something significant to you, and it has to create, an emotion. And interesting enough, as the brand grows, the movement grows,
Correct.
and it's a name that's going to keep ringing. And when it comes to whether water, whether it's gym space, to be able to have a powerful name was very, very important. So, Juela, you started 2025. What was your initial capital investment to launch it?
Well, in my crazy head, I could say I was willing to even launch it with as minimal as $1,000.
Okay.
But obviously, it wasn't possible.
Okay.
It wasn't possible. So, actually, you'll be the few people actually hears about this story. So, what I did was first save money. In this case, I probably hit until like the 3K mark, 5K mark, and then what sparked in my head was, let me offer the service without actually existing. It was a risky take.
Right.
Yeah, it was definitely a risky take. So actually, we would walk in and offer a service that actually didn't even exist.
Okay.
We are this, we are that company. We provide to these, we provide to there, we provide this kind of quality of water. And people bought it. People actually trusted me in a way without an existing company. That,
Because of perhaps what I could say that they trust and they saw was the conviction that you had.
correct.
Because even though it wasn't real here, it was real here and here.
Exactly, perseverance. The kind of perseverance I had going on. So slowly I started getting payments. slowly I started getting into payments of, let's say, ahead of time. And that same money I was able to use it
to invest into the actual
to actually form it. Correct, because I didn't even have money to even form the LLC in this case.
Wow.
So it was that critical for me just to not be nervous, knock on doors, be old school, present myself all the time.
Okay, this is interesting. So I gotta take it back. Do you have any sales experience prior to this?
No. My only sales experience was selling Starbucks. And well, actually, if you were to like explain experience, I would love to talk to adults. My main thing ever since I have memory is speaking to older people than my age.
Getting wisdom from them.
Correct. It's being very fluent when you speak, being very mature in a way. So that's the kind of way I was able to gain my speaking skills and being able to be more confident in myself in this case.
So you basically are telling me that you were knocking on these doors,
correct,
offering a product, a service
that did not
didn't
exist
yet.
Exactly.
And you were able to conviction have them invest into partnership with you,
correct,
to get their water provided. You would use that initial deposit, go back to the drawing board, put the actual mold, the emboss, the actual design.
Definitely, yeah.
You would set in the rendering,
yeah,
put in the order, satisfy the invoice,
correct,
get the commission and the profit.
And there you go. That's exactly what happened.
The balls to do that. That is the epiphany of entrepreneurship, of a hustler, because what I would tell a lot of people that are smart, that are educated, experienced, they overthink it.
Correct.
They overthink the process. They need to have a full game plan. They have to have everything perfect before they even launch.
Correct.
And it doesn't work out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in my case, I could have easily gone with, let me look for plan B, plan C, plan D, and be an overthinker. It's pointless to be an overthinker, you know? In my case, I was desperate for a change. I was desperate for my dream to, correct, for success. You know, when you're hungry for success, I mean, you do a lot of things, you know, things that you probably even that are illegal. You know what I mean? So,
well, you're not wrong, because for the first 2 years of my company, Macrofit, we operated from our house illegally.
Right. Correct. So
we didn't have proper insurance. We didn't have the proper licensing. We weren't certified with the health department or inspected, and so we were operating illegally.
Right.
Who doesn't? You have to at the beginning,
exactly,
because you don't have the capital.
Exactly.
When it's just an idea, who's going to give you $100,000, $250,000, $1 million for a 21-year-old without the experience? At the time I was 25. Who?
Exactly.
No one.
Correct.
So we have to go and actually make it happen, right? And
correct.
That's a beautiful story, because to have the balls to go get an actual committed invoice, a deposit on something that wasn't real just yet, but you knew that you were gonna get it, you were gonna figure it out somehow, some way.
Correct.
So that was mid 2025, late 2025. We're now close to quarter one of 2026 coming to an end. How many businesses can you say now carry your water?
Well, including I would say, let's start with private gyms.
Okay.
Right now we have currently seven private gyms across LA, and this is just touching South LA.
Okay.
Not even touching West LA yet or East LA. If I had more arms, I had more bodies, I'll probably be over there by that time. So
you will though.
Yeah. I need to. But yeah, I'm currently focusing in this area. Like I mentioned, just being engaged with my customers. You know, it's very essential for me, because like I said, I'm not gonna be someone who's going to be a cash grab.
Yeah.
You know, my company base is based off potential and for something in the future. Yeah. And then store wide, I would say 30 plus 30. So we're doing around 2 stores per week.
How many units are you selling online?
I would say around a pallet.
A pallet. For those that don't know, how many bottles, how many cases are in a pallet, and how many bottles are in a pallet?
Correct. So it would be around 72 packs of 24. So 1,728 models in total.
A little shy of 1,800.
Yeah, correct. Correct. So that's the average amount. Right now, since it's been a bit rough in the winter season, but once the summer hits it, I'm easily calculating 3 pallets a month,
Wow.
and that's not even including the special orders for private gyms.
Okay. Special orders with the special designs. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Because you have your design and then
Correct.
you have the
Customized.
custom for the gym.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
That's interesting. I love that. No product, no company just yet, but you had a vision.
Correct.
What has been the biggest lesson so far that you've had to learn?
I would say none yet,
Okay.
but I'm definitely gonna see some challenge in the future. But if you were to ask me a challenge or anything like a lesson, and it's for everybody to watch out for. The people that are watching are going to be the biggest witnesses, whatever you do on. They might give you good advice. They might give you bad advice. They might shame on you. They might praise you or praise you. So, and people nowadays are very sensitive. So I would say be very careful with what you're hearing out there. Your own ideas only have to make sense. And in my case, I made sure that none of anybody would say would affect my work ethics or how I work on.
I like that. So you're saying, for those that are getting started or whoever's listening, you're gonna have a lot of people watching you,
Correct.
and even sometimes those are the ones that are closest to us.
Correct. Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
family, friends, and they might have an opinion or some advice to give.
Correct.
Be careful with that.
Definitely. Be careful with that.
Be careful with that because of what you said earlier, that your dream, your idea should only make sense to you.
To yourself.
It's yours.
Correct. Definitely.
It's not going to make sense to the world just yet. And sometimes our family thinks that they're protecting us or giving us good advice when they're telling us to play it small, to perhaps not take the risk. Because I mean, your dad at one point was worried about you being shy, right? And the risk and liability, like, oh, my son's gonna get in trouble selling here without a license. But now you're selling water without even having the water itself.
Right.
So that takes a lot of courage.
Definitely.
And I like that. Be careful of who you share your ideas with, because their advice or their fear,
Correct.
right, might steer you in one or another direction. Right?
Correct. Definitely. So yeah, your mind and your ears take in information. So it's either you take the good information or the wrong information, and that at the end of the day shapes who you are. Influence shapes who you are. So at the end of the day, be careful who you're around with. Be careful what you're listening.
They're saying, like, be mindful of who you surround yourself with, because if you surround yourself with a pack of wolves, you'll start howling.
Exactly.
If you surround yourself with shit, you'll get dirty. You'll get covered in shit eventually. Okay, so you haven't yet learned the lesson that you would say. Just be mindful as to who you surround yourself with and what you hear, right, and what words you're in, because their advice or words may influence you.
Correct. Well, I mean, I would add on. If you can't take a risk, don't do it. Some people will take the risk because they hear, oh, by taking a risk, I'll achieve my success. But if you're aware of who you are, you know you won't wake up early. You know you're not gonna take that initiative. You're not gonna be constant on your work ethics. Don't go for it. Just don't, because you're just gonna cause a bigger mess at the end of the day. So do it what you can at first, definitely.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying, okay, be very self-aware.
Mindful, correct.
Be mindful and self-aware of who you are, your habits, your discipline, your actions, because if you're not willing to keep showing up and be relentless,
you're just gonna cause a bigger mess at the end of the day.
Put yourself in a financial situation or a liability issue in which you're gonna just create even more of a snowball.
Correct.
In the wrong direction.
Correct.
I like that. So that goes hand in hand with why I started this podcast, why I started the Asaro Reba Protocol, to be able to help people with their understanding of their fitness and wellness, because it starts with the body. My biggest thing has always been, if you want to be successful, you first have to control your body in what you eat, how you move the body, how you feed it, how you rest, all of that. that's what's been able to help me get to a level of not only fitness but success. So at the same time, I never wanted to be a successful entrepreneur and then be out of shape and be patson.
Correct.
And it's just a lot about the visual of you're able to control your eating habits. Right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I like that, and it goes hand in hand with what you need to be able to do.
Correct.
Control your actions, your discipline, your schedule, time management. So 21 years old, I'm still mind blown because they'd be too busy living life, making all the mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. I would have wished I actually would have done it sooner. If I'm being honest. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I wish I would have done it sooner. But you know, God's perfect timing. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna name anybody out there, but I see former colleagues, you know, former people that I would hang around with during high school years, during college years, and all word of mouth, all talk, and total opposite. I mean, so it's definitely, and I knew it at first, way before I even turned 21, way before I even did this company, way before I knew the fact that I was gonna become a business owner. I knew that these people, if they didn't create a change in their lives, they're gonna stay like this for the next few years or even decades, you know, because only one person has their own to change their outcome, and at the end of the day, it's only one.
They only have the control to change.
Correct. They only them have the possibility to change their outcome of their life in this case.
So, how did you even find the manufacturer?
So we currently are working with a co-packer in this way, but I have some. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but maybe I have some intern information going on. Like I have some intern connections, which help me out get product faster, product at a lower cost in this case. So even that was a challenge. Just you know, actually a little story from it. When I started, they didn't answer my emails, didn't answer my phone calls.
Why would they? Who are you?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, come on. I'm like, I'm trying to buy for you guys. I'm like, even if it's a single pallet, I'm trying to get in contact with you guys.
Trying to give you business.
So next thing I do is actually walk up to the facility. Desperate, I'm like, I knocked into the door and they're like, "What are you doing here? We don't
take in walk-ins.
We don't deal with customers in person.
Yeah.
I don't care. I need my pallet, guys. Come on. I've been trying to get in contact with you guys." They actually took me in and I actually spoke with one of them and they're like, "Okay, give us your idea. What are you trying to do in this case?"
Jose, I'm getting a complete new appreciation as to who you are because you're relentless.
Yeah, definitely.
To show up at an actual manufacturer front, because for those that don't know, you know, I've worked with some of the biggest manufacturers of the country when it comes to the food industry.
Correct.
U.S. Food, Cisco, RG Produce, like, and so I've been to their operations and their headquarters and their actual, distribution centers.
Correct.
And you don't just walk up.
You can't.
There's sales reps that come to you that they set up accounts with you directly, and that's it.
Correct.
You don't walk in.
You can't. You just can't. Yeah.
You can't. There's a guard at the door.
Correct.
There's only trailers that go in and out, right? For will call.
Yeah.
But for you to go in and just say, "Hey, I want business. I want to talk to your sales rep."
Yeah, correct. For their gate, they had a phone number, and only I believe you have to convince them that you're a worker.
Mm-hmm.
I got my phone and I dialed the number, and they're like, "Who is this?" Maintenance.
So you impersonated a maintenance worker to get in the gate.
Correct. So I said, "Maintenance, open the gate." I said, "I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm
trying to buy water."
Put you in contact.
They're like, "Okay, fine, get inside."
Wow.
So,
I mean, guys, at that point, that's what it's about. That's once again, you're showcasing the amount of balls that you need to have to be able to,
correct,
to get it done. Because if you would call, you left emails, and you got no response, anyone else would have been like, "Oh, there goes that."
Yeah, a whole month delay, or a whole half a year job just because they're taking long, or just because the excuse comes up, "Oh, they're the one delaying me, not that I'm delaying myself." Excuses at the end of the day. So
because if you want it bad enough, you'll show up at their door, you'll knock, and you'll get a response.
Correct.
You won't leave it till you get your yes.
Yeah, correct. That very first thing that we mentioned it. Won't leave until I get my yes.
Okay. Did you have another job before this?
Yes, I was working. I will get a bit personal with my life. I was working at a high school.
Okay.
Yeah, the when I graduated, I was hired as a high school student aide.
Student.
Yeah, correct. So I was in the front office, attending families, filling out application forms, attendance, etc. Um, so from there, I started working, saving capital. I had the vision going on, working from Monday through Friday, waking up 7 in the morning, getting there at 8, leaving at 5:30, and afterwards I'll have church after work. Wouldn't even eat sometimes, and then I'll have to make some spare time for my business. So it was a 4-in-1 thing going on at the same time.
Working, going to church,
Relationship as well.
relationship
As well,
general
correct.
relationship as well.
Dealing with the relationship, correct.
And then whatever spare time you had, then working on the vision for the business.
Correct. And then, sometimes I will run with 3 hours of sleep, even 2 hours of sleep, because I have to wake up the next day for work. I'll be nauseous, like, falling asleep. Because especially if you're sitting down, you fall asleep quicker. Yeah.
No AC.
Yeah, especially with the AC going on. It was a challenge, definitely. Actually, one time it was very funny. I was going to use the restroom, and there's a key to the restroom. And since I was in the office, you have to exit. But I was so sleepy on those days that I accidentally shoved the key into the office door, thinking that it was the restroom. That's how sleepy I was.
You
So just imagine someone so sleepy. Let's say that you thought that this door.
that was a door to my office,
correct.
basically, or to the restroom.
Yeah, correct. So
But that's what it takes.
yeah, that's what it takes.
I love that. It takes me back to me juggling school, work on the weekends, doing macrofit. But again, that's exactly what it takes to be able to build something.
Correct.
Earlier, you said that you're wanting to expand into more of the west side, right, of the lake. And once you have more of you, more manpower.
Yeah, more manpower, definitely.
Okay. So are you in the works of expanding, building on a sales team? What is the next 6 to 12 months look for you?
So right now, thanks to God. Thank God. I've been getting emails currently for special events going on.
Okay.
They reach out to me. Oh, we've heard about you. We've heard about what's been going on with you. We found your website. That's why, for me, my website was essential. Right now, I currently have on April 4th, I have an event going on with a Blue Lemon wellness event.
Ooh.
So that was a big deal already. When I saw that email, I'm like, oh wow, like I haven't even posted content yet.
Yeah.
I haven't even hired a videography team yet,
Yeah.
and people already are being able to reach me out. Now, just imagine the few time lapse, so a few months
Right.
pushing content, just the amount of eyeballs getting
Man.
to attract potential new customers and partnerships.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely my vision for the next few 6 months or a year is definitely expanding more west, more east,
Just take over all of the lake.
and
With whoever. As if you're gonna start viendo every single day.
yeah, va a llover el dinero. So
I want to go into a little bit of the design.
correct.
So let me see your water bottle. So your logo, Jueva, right? But it wasn't always black.
Correct.
What was it?
So the initial, the raw idea, you could say it was a silver look.
Okay.
The most common silver look was blue. I was playing around with it, but like I said, since I didn't want to stress on the bottle itself, I just launched it. I didn't.
Hold on, repeat that. You didn't want to stress over it too much. You just wanted to launch it.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Because I already knew like I mentioned, I already knew the market
Okay.
for water. I knew where gyms were. I knew where liquor stores were. I knew that they were going to listen to me and they were going to take my part again. So I launched it. It's we don't have it in hand, but it's just imagine a very simple silver bottle with blue lining, and you have a slap on top of it. We didn't even have a barcode or a QR code in this case.
No barcode, no QR code.
So it was just pure raw bones in a way. And then we upgraded to this black look, where
Why did you upgrade to the black look? I'm curious.
it's much more attractive. I did a quick test.
You shared with me in private that you did a public testing.
Yeah,
You
correct.
split tested
Yeah,
the silver look
Yeah.
with the black look.
correct. So
what did the people say?
yeah, so it was here at Westfield Central City Mall, and I took both bottles, placed them on the floor, right next to myself. People were passing by, and 9 out of 10, they were asked for the black one. Oh, what are you drinking? Plain old water. One person, within an hour, they asked, "Oh, what is that?" For the silver one.
Silver one.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Let's switch to black in this case. So
And it stands out.
yeah, definitely. Very. It looks more premium in this case,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
Is, actually, guys, it is premium.
It
So
is premium.
yeah, premium. 100% spring water in this case.
So, there's a lot of heavy hitters coming up in the industry. One that I know particularly because when one of my companies, Fuego, we were doing a lot of the music events
Correct.
in whether it be Art Summer, Rolling Loud, you name it, Hard Summer, Day Trip, any music event in the area, we were doing the vendor. We were a vendor.
Correct.
Every single event had already provided water.
Okay.
Can you guess what company?
The Sunny?
Lasani?
Yep.
No.
Yep. Name it.
Death Water.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Death
Yeah, they're definitely my competition.
So,
So yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
What are they doing that you like and don't like?
Well, actually, I don't like it
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
And as a business, every business owner needs to have this kind of mindset like that. You're not supposed to like a competition.
Right.
Yeah, it's not friendly fire. You know, it's so. And the reason why I say that is because you're supposed to do the total opposite for what they're doing. Keep in mind they're overselling from you, so you have to beat that. So in my case, what I you could say about them is the fact that they were able to make water look cool. So
I wanted to go with that. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was pointing out in regards to how they've been able to make water so hip, so attractive.
correct. So in my case, I'm like, that's why I should do a black style. Let me make water attractive. Let me make water look special in this case. I mean, water is the most special beverage out there. It should be,
Right.
but people don't treat it that way. So it's
We either waste too much when we're showering or we don't drink enough the body.
exactly. So it's basically just building a habit for people just seeing water as more essential for their bodies, for their daily life. Just keeping themselves hydrated in this case.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I gotta put you in contact with someone that I just recently met. They're doing a hydration stick. I think perhaps you already know them.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I know them personally in this case.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, because I mean, water hydration, it to be able to do. Oh, that's. But see, that gives me a more natural look, right? But if we're talking about making water cool, this.
Right.
And I think you're doing an amazing job with what you're doing, getting and penetrating the gym communities.
Correct.
Because for you now to be able to be in 7 private gyms, and we go through a lot of water. We go through a lot of water. And so luckily here at my house, because we have the coffee bar, we have an espresso machine, so we have that triple filtered water.
Right.
We have a filtration system. It's awesome. At one point we didn't though. And we were actually going through a full pallet a month of water.
Wow.
We would have it drop right where we have the water station now.
Right.
It was a full pallet. And we would strip it open and then people would just grab waters.
Right.
The most frustrating thing was the fact that people would grab a water, open it, take a sip, and then just eat it. And whether it be because they're working out with someone, and then we even put pens, like a pen station, to be able for you to initial your water. That way you don't mistaken. What would happen is we have 3 waters, right? And
Right.
which was mine? I would leave all 3 of them, right? And it was un desperdicio de agua, and it was frustrating. But we wanted to provide waters. We were investing close to about like $2,500
Wow.
a month on just waters.
I wish I was there.
And you would have crushed it then. But now we have Ueva here at Madhouse.
Right.
We have our own design. There was a small issue. with the first batch.
Yeah, definitely. But we fixed it, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We fixed it.
No. And you know what? It's not entirely your fault. I know, and there always has to be a verification process with the rendering. Interesting enough, anytime that I've worked with other manufacturers, when it comes to designing, we have to print the approved look and then sign it
Correct.
and then fax it back in
Correct.
or scan it back in.
Correct.
That way there isn't any of what happened with, oh, well, this isn't what I want.
Correct.
Like, no, it is because here's my
Right.
signature.
Right.
Yeah, right. But now we have premium water here at my house,
Correct.
custom. That's amazing. You're expanding. You just started a company, not even a year into
Not even a year.
business, and you're slowly just taking over LA.
Definitely.
What are your parents saying?
Oh, I mean, they're proud. I mean, it's like I mentioned, every parent's gonna be scared. Every parent that cares, is gonna be worried. So, I mean, they cheer on, keep going, because they see the potential. They seen the potential since very young, so they see it now more. They have the right age
Seeing
for
how
it.
relentless you are.
Definitely. So it's
What does your mom work? What does she do for work?
yeah, she does her own little business as well as
Okay, what
yeah.
does she's a business owner. as
Yeah,
well.
come on. She sells wholesale original perfumes in this case.
Oh, it's number food?
Yeah,
Perfumes?
Valentino,
Really?
stuff like that going on. So yeah, she has her own stuff going on.
Oh,
As
so
well.
okay.
So it runs in the family.
That's why I was asking that, because for me, growing up, I saw the hustle, right? I
Right.
saw my dad work 7 days a week, rarely take any time off, right? My mom, when she had her salon, she would drop us off to school, pick us up, go back to work, come back, cook dinner. My dad would come in late. And so the entrepreneurship life for my brother and I has something that we've already been exposed to. And
Right.
it's not for everyone,
Right.
right? Because a lot of people are they're not used to that.
Correct.
And it's okay.
Yeah. Definitely. From 100, one will success. One will succeed. One will shine. So,
But
that's definitely yeah. You need to definitely outnumber anybody in this case.
what would be your piece of advice for someone that is wanting, they don't know just yet what they want to do, but they're wanting to embark in this journey? What would be some words of wisdom that you can share? Because you said earlier that you like to speak to people that are much older than you, perhaps a little more experienced than you.
Correct.
What is a piece of advice that you can share that has helped you have a little more courage in the journey?
Well, two things: scare yourself and pull the trigger. Let's start
Scare
with
yourself
correct.
and pull the trigger.
Yeah. Let's start with why scaring yourself. The way I scared myself at a very young age was I told myself, what would I tell myself on my deathbed? Was I proud?
What would you tell yourself in the deathbed? Okay.
Yeah, was I proud of what I did? Did nervousness or did challenges back me up?
Or did I shy away from the opportunity?
Correct. Exactly. And I'm pulling the trigger because just YOLO. I mean, you live once, So it's like, just go ahead and it's not a big brainer, honestly. It really isn't. If you get in debt, it's fine. Pay it off eventually. Go bankrupt if that's the case, So yeah, literally.
I love
So if you really go that bad, just go bankrupt. I just say, just whatever, just do it, man.
do it.
Yeah, just do it. There's nothing. Don't stop yourself.
So scare yourself. Okay. What else? Pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger. So yeah, that's definitely pulling the trigger. Just take yourself initiative. Don't scare yourself. Don't let anybody scare yourself. But at the end of the day, the biggest person that's gonna stop you is yourself. Nobody else.
I love that. That's something that I can say I resonate with. I always say I'm not afraid of a lot of things in life. I'm not afraid of heights, speed. I mean, I have a motorcycle, I've done skydiving, I've done scuba diving and deep diving. I'm an adrenaline junkie for sure. But the one thing that I've always told myself is what I am terrified of, regret. In the sense that if I were to reflect on my deathbed, years from now, hopefully, that I would reflect on the things I didn't do,
Correct.
the chances that I didn't take, the businesses I didn't launch, the relationships I didn't start, The what if. I think that regret is something that would eat at you more than whatever failure, whatever mistake, whatever bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, people don't take it seriously, and thankfully, there's a few that do. And for me, in this case, since I did it, now I'm trying to influence those people to do the same thing. In this case,
No,
So-
you're bringing an essential product to the community, and a message that anyone can do it.
correct.
21-year-old without the business plan, without the capital, without even the actual product itself, you're able to get it started and launched
Correct.
with the conviction, the
Correct.
self-belief
Correct.
that you were going to figure out, that you're willing to knock on any door and every door until you got your yes.
Correct. That was the smiley way.
I love that. We'll wrap it up. Quick fire. Where do you see your... Huh?
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Quick fire. Rapid fire. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Leaving my mark in this world, definitely. It's leaving a symbol of that young man made it possible for himself and made it possible for others. That's my whole mission until this day. So yeah, that's what I see myself in 10 years as of now.
I love that. And you'll accomplish that.
Definitely.
Jose, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
today.
having me here.
That
Definitely.
concludes our episode of the Asaro Rebuild Protocol with the undeniable mindset to showcase a young man that is in fact able to launch a product, Nueva Premium Water,
Yeah.
when you didn't have the investors, you didn't have the business plan, you didn't even have the product, but yet you were willing to have the self-confidence, the self-conviction to actually knock on doors, offer a product or service, and actually deliver.
Correct.
And that's how you start in your business.
Yeah, definitely. So
So more success for you, young man, and
Thank
two
you.
more
Appreciate it.
lessons. And guys, if you guys want premium water, customized logo, if you just want business out there that you want something that you can offer to your customers, your members, this is and you can reuse it. It's sleek, it's recyclable,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
Good for the environment, great natural spring water. What more do you want? So hit them up. What's your Instagram?
So it's gonna be Ueva _ Our website gonna be ueva.com. Check us out. We're trying to grow. By the start of April, we're gonna start a videographer team, and we're gonna push content like stupid. So
Keep an eye out. He's gonna take over all of LA and soon Southern California, and who knows? You'll replace Deathwater pretty
yeah,
soon.
definitely, of course.
Awesome. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode of the ASAR Rebuild for the Undeniable Mindset. There you go, guys. Another entrepreneur that was able to be able to build a product. And remember, we just talked about the 12 months to $1 million. He saw a problem in the community. He created a product and has now launched it to be able to monetize it. So everything that we just learned, this young man is doing with water. I asked you guys to think of a product for you guys to be able to launch, and there's already water out there. But he said, hey, you know what? I want to take my approach to something that's already essential and existing and launch. We interviewed Candy Sweets that she redid her sazon when it comes to candy.
Okay.
So with her culture, which is Mexican, so added her spin-off with candy and launched her company. And since then, she's expanded,
Wow.
grown into different sectors, and has her own success.
Wow.
So guys, be relentless, scare yourself,
Scary
and
yourself.
pull the trigger.
Pull the
And
trigger.
remember that the universe does not reward potential, it rewards action. So you must take relentless, imperfect action to make things happen until you get your yes. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Take it.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
That's a wrap.